Okay, I'm doing a manual extrusion now because I tried to start my print like 3 times and it keeps telling me that the spool has run out of filament, and then it prompts me to load it, and then I load it, it loads fine, and then I start the print again, and then it gives me the same message again. Spool not loaded. So clearly here it's extruding. You can even see the spool move when I hit the extruder. So alright, what I'm going to do now is actually start the print. Clear the plastic out of there. Keep it in here. Alright, let's try to start this print again. See if it works this time. Because it absolutely has loaded the filament. What you got there? Yeah, push the buttons. Push, push, push. Push, push, push. Yeah. You can move these around, you can wiggle them. Yeah. Wiggle, wiggle. Yeah, take this. Unwrap that. What is it doing? Oh, there we go. Now, we're going to be waiting for a little bit, but I don't want to stop the video because I want to show you without any cuts to the video that it either works this time or if it's going to show us the same message again. Because you saw before, it was clearly loaded, and you can see now it's purging. You know, it's priming, so it extruded some material. You saw the spool move. It was doing maybe that was part of the flow calibration before, because it also does a flow calibration. It was either doing a purge or a flow calibration. Oh, you gonna play a game with that? Oh, did I just hear Stinky? Okay, it's printing, it's extruding material for the flow calibration. All right, you want me to pick you up? And pick you up? All right, come here. Hello. Yeah, you could help me record the video. Look there. Whoa. still doing flow calibration. Yeah. You want to go down again? Down. Down. Oh, I think it stopped. Okay, finished the flow calibration. And now what are we doing? Vibration compensation. So, looks like we might be in business now. Which is good. I mean, part of me wanted it to fail again, so I could possibly have a actually, well, I take that back. I'd rather not. Much rather just have it work. Of course, the thing is now, I'm not gonna know what was causing it to not work the first 3 times. I mean, that's part of the reason why I was kind of hoping it would fail again, and then I would really have to do a deep dive and figure out what is this recurring problem. What's the real issue? But it's actually printing. I got shot with plastic. It's actually printing now. Like it didn't even initiate any. Hey, stop! He's trying to grab my ding dong. Yeah, so it didn't even initiate any of the calibrations before. So it looks like we're in business now. Careful. I wonder if maybe the filament just happened to break. I doubt that. It seemed like it was retracting on its own every time after I loaded it. Like because I would have to go load it again, and I would be able to push the filament in, even though I had already done a successful load. So I'm not sure why it didn't retract this time, if that was indeed the issue. But I don't know. So far, I mean, I'm pretty happy with this printer. There are some things I don't like about it, especially the fact that the firmware is not open source, because there's things like in the control settings, when you control, if you want to manually control and move the axes, or feed the extruder, you can't actually stop it. Like if you click the button a couple times to make it feed, it's gonna continue to feed for as many clicks as you do. There's no way to interrupt that direction, that command. And at least so far, it doesn't seem like there's a way that you could set the increment that you move things by. And all those things you can change, like in any open source firmware. You can go in, like in my Creality firmware for the Ender 3. You can change the menu. You can alter how things work in the settings and stuff. This you're limited. Anyway, it's printing now, so I'm going to keep my fingers crossed and hope that this doesn't come back to bite me in the butt, because this is just that was a quick fix to keep the filament from hopping over the side of the spool. I mean, that should continue to stay in place, because it can't slip down any further, and it shouldn't bind up, because this is pretty loose. It's free to spin over it, but it should keep it from hopping over, at least until I do a more permanent solution. In fact, I have to, for all of these, I've got to do something to make sure that the spool doesn't continue to unwind when it's sitting unused. Especially when the spools start to get lighter, then they tend to spring open more. So, all right, we'll come back later tonight, and this will give me a chance to test the sitting on the build plate theory, because this is probably gonna hit the pause mark after I've already left the house, because I've got to leave the house later tonight, and then it's going to be sitting and waiting for me to come back to do a filament change, because at one of the layers it's going to stop, it's going to pause the print and wait for me to resume it, and that's when I'm going to do a manual filament change, switch it over to the purple or lavender or whatever, and finish the lettering layers. So we'll see if it's okay this time. I've changed the parameter settings so that the infill is more dense. Before it was at 15% infill with 2 wall loops. Now it's at 3 wall loops with 35% infill. Yeah? Alright, say bye. Say bye to everybody. Say bye-bye. Bye-bye. See you next time. Tune in again. Huh? Say like and subscribe. Say like and subscribe. Yeah. Yeah. Like and subscribe. Yeah, give me 5. Yes, yes, yes. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Yes. All right. Wow. Many high fives. Yeah.